I see those skewers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we should be on. We should be live. We should be turning on all devices.
All right.
I hear other people are live too, so that will be interesting.
Yeah. So, sorry, I making trouble here on the tail end of getting things done.
He made us late.
Yes, I walked into a bowl of water and splashed it everywhere, so I had to dry that up before we have to get our skis out. Yeah, otherwise I gotta operate around my kitchen in a canoe.
I was gonna ask if I could have a little bit more paper towel.
All right, there we go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just splashed all my water over the table, over the floor, everywhere. So today is going to be an interesting stream because I'm trying to make slightly more stuff, but make it from scratch. So we'll see. I've got a lot of stuff standing around. So good afternoon, goeiemiddag. We are live from our retail store. Let's see how this works today because it's going to be interesting, but we will make it happen. I need my mixer, which I will get now. But let me first do the intro. So we are live from our store. Our retail store is on my right. You will hear ding-dongs. You will hear children screaming because our kids are here. You will hear the ding-dongs because customers come in and my kids might go out and come in and go out and come in. And you might hear staff, you might hear customers, you might hear all kinds of things. And any mistakes we make will be made live.
This is not pre-recorded. This is not pre-planned.
Yes, yeah, nothing here is planned or recorded. It just happens like a ball of dough, you know, generically.
We shall see where it flows.
So, before further ado, let me see. I don't know how I want to. Sorry, I'm going to step this side. I just want to grab this guy and I want to grab a mixer here. I have no idea what the consistency of this bread is. I seem to be finding all kinds of different cornbread recipes.
It's a thing.
That I keep making a different one every week. So
because corn is a starch?
Yes, perhaps. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to I'll start with the cornbread. You could start with the introductions or the hellos to everybody. But I'm going to start with the cornbread because that takes like an hour to cook, or like 40 minutes or whatever. I'm going to make smaller ones, so we'll see how long this takes. But I'll start with the cornbread and we can get that guy cooking.
Sounds good. We only have a few to say hello to so far, although I've heard there's some comments already on the video itself, from what you've told me. But I've got Jody, who's reminding everybody to tickle and share the plussy button, so please do. And of course, Sportfish popping in, and Bright Gaming honking from Canada.
All right, well, goody.
Glad to have you gentlemen in so far. I'm sure we'll have some others trickling as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Sportfish. We saw your lovely comment. Anton,
I will be skewering my meat today. You are right, man.
Piercing.
Piercing.
Is the term. Anton is going to pierce his meat deep in the heart of Texas.
Yep. That could be a song, man.
I was going to say, I'm sure Deep in the Heart of Texas is a song.
I hope this bowl is big enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with 4 cups of flour. All right, and I'll put the oven on 350. All right, so let's start with the 4 cups of flour.
I am missing a drink and biltong. Can I run and cut that?
Yeah, go run and get that. I will get this whole party started. So we got 4 cups of flour. There's my spoon. Got 4 cups of flour going in here, and then I'm going to do 4 teaspoons of baking powder. All right, I like to do a little more. The American baking powder seems a little low, so we use the unbleached, unbromated flour. All right. So I'm going to just flatten that a little. And then, so I'm actually going to use like 6 teaspoons, all right, of baking powder. So 30 grams. 4 cups of flour is 520 grams. And then I'm doing 6 teaspoons of baking powder, which is 30 grams. And I sift it because otherwise you end up with little lumps like that. All right, so we want to get all those lumps out. All right, get them out. So this is not a yeast bread. This is not a yeast bread. This is a baking powder bread. right, where will I put this? Let me put it down there. All right. So this is a very, very simple bread. All right. So we got flour, baking powder. I got 2 teaspoons of Celtic salt because that's the salt I use. All right. And then I'm going to do, I need a spatula because I never got me the spatula.
We're only slightly haphazard today.
Yes, there was a lot of stuff to do, and this other recipe's got a ton of ingredients. So I was running around trying to prep, and then I decided, no, I'm not going to prep. So what I basically wanted to do was get the skewers done. So we call them Sosaties. So I wanted to get that done and then cook it on stream. And then I looked at the recipe, and I was reading, and I was prepping, and I thought to myself, you know what, man, it's better I just do this on stream. And then everybody can see how it's done, and we'll cook them Sunday. So we got part 1 skewers today, or Sosaties skewers, and we got part 2 on Sunday. All right, so we will continue with the recipe on Sunday and cook them, actually take them out, show them to you, cook them, and probably make another side or something with that. So, you know, and we'll do some lamb chops and sausage on Sunday. I've got some steak and sausage today, which I'm going to make with this. Not on stream, that'll be after the stream. So this recipe, so we've got 4 cups of flour. We got the baking powder for the flour, which is I did 6 teaspoons, 30 grams. You can do 4. I'm going to use a sweet corn, cream style sweet corn. There we go, cream style sweet corn. Sorry, we are very confined on space here, so I got to try and. So 1 can of cream style sweet corn is going to go in here. All right, and I might need another. I got 4 of those, but I might need more. We'll see how far this goes. So I want to keep track of what I'm making here. So we got the cream style sweet corn, 1 can going in. All right. And there was a whole ton of these recipes, and I saw this one. I thought this looks pretty cool, real straightforward. I've got another one I want to try, but it needs like cheddar cheese grated and stuff like that. And I don't want the bread to be the focus of the stream today. I would prefer the skewers to be, because I've got a pretty interesting marinade, which I really like.
Not just that, we love our meat.
Yes, exactly. It's supposed to be a meat stream. The only reason I'm making this is, you know, for my kids, because they like the bread. So I've got to make something on the side. And also, you know, if you're going to do something like this, you also want a side to make. So we will do that guy. So I need 2 eggs, a 1/4 cup of milk, and some oil. So they say normal like vegetable oil. I'll use olive oil. All right. So basically 2 tablespoons of olive oil. All right. 2 tablespoons. Then I need some milk, and I need some eggs. I use the cheat eggs. They're already pre-scrambled. All right, so we're going to do 2 eggs, which is 120 grams. 2 eggs, if you want to just do eggs, 2 extra large eggs. All right. And I think I've got to switch my range on for the marinade. I've got to cook things in there. All right, and then we're going to do 1/4 cup of milk, which is 60 grams. All right. So I have no idea how good this. I would actually, if I make this, I want to see how it comes out. I would probably swap the milk for cream. I like to put cream in instead of milk.
Right. You cream everything.
I try my best to cream everything. Tastes better. Looks better, tastes better. A little bit more moist that way.
I have a couple more trickling in while you are talking absolute nonsense. So Sportfish does say he's having to jump back and forth between different things. Looks like Scottish win for America today. So he's back and forth, staying up on the politics for everybody.
All right.
Diva Dog Mom, hello. I hope you are enjoying all of your goodies we got your way.
I will send you a oxtail recipe before this weekend is over.
How about that?
All right.
I told you that's his realm, not mine.
Yeah, I'll get you a recipe. Don't stress about it. I'll get you a recipe.
Thank you for your email, by the way.
Yes, thank you for your email. We will get you a recipe.
And Loyu is in, as well as Greg Jessup. Welcome, welcome.
Greg. All right, so this is quite
pretty.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't stick that.
No, that thing would get a little.
Yeah, I think it would be unhappy in here. This looks good.
This
is
really
actually
firm.
dough. It's firm.
It's firm.
Firm.
Firm and creamy. How about that? Yes.
I like it.
Nice fat content with cream. Exactly.
Best way for it to be, man.
Yes.
So you keep it moist. And I told Jody, because of him making a comment, I will clean my probe at least twice, just for him.
Jody, did you see my my post I put out today? I made sure to add your 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I got a kid signaling over there because, you know, when we go live, it is the signal for the children to go insane.
I have a young man who needs to change.
Okay, no problem. She'll be Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back. This is very nice. I actually suspect this is going to come out real good. All right. So I'll show you guys. So this is that mixture that I had. This is what it looks like. That actually looks like proper bread dough. That's actually very nice. So let me do a quick calculation here. Oh, I got a calculator over there. I don't have to grab a phone. All right, so let's see. I'm just taking the ingredients and I'm adding them up. All right, so I take the ingredients, all the ingredients I got, I add them up, and then I divide it by 4 because my little pan has 4. So I want to get equal amounts, and I want to see if it'll actually handle it, because this won't take much more than 300 grams. We should be on the limit, and that way you get 4 equal little loaves. So let's see. Let's see if we can do this that way, because I can't grab this and fold it. It's too sticky. Yep, look, too sticky. So there's no way you can grab this dough and pull it out by hand. It's just, all you're going to do is waste it. So we have to kind of scrape this out of the bowl, but have enough per bread not to, interesting. Might need a second spatula for that. But yeah, this is so they recommend you make this in little pans. So we see how that turns out. Now what I'll do is I'll flatten it a little when I'm done. I'll just flatten it. All right. So it's like 290 grams per bread, and that's a good amount, because I don't foresee this proofing too much. It'll go up a little, but even if it stands out, it'll look pretty, and with the corn in there, you know, it'll look really pretty. All right, so let me see. There we go. That's looking good. Oh, sorry. My son is upset now because his mom put him down, because the poor guy gets upset with his siblings. You know, because they don't always play with him, and then he gets bored, and then he, of course, he's like, where's my parents? I'm tired of this nonsense. And then he yells like the place is on fire.
He's just reminding everybody that he has a voice now. Didn't you know?
Oh, it's loud.
Welcome to Young Man. Yes. Hey, we've got some others coming in, and it is time for Mulk.
Okay.
In case you did not know. Yes.
There we go.
Opium has made his presence known. Hey, Diva Dog Mom, she has made the lamb chops for lunch today.
Oh, good.
Yay! I'm glad you liked them.
Yeah, they're good. I like them. Put some mixed herbs, salt, pepper, and some lemon juice.
That is all that's
needed. And that's all it takes, man. You let them sit like that for a little bit, and they're good. All right.
Lord Deccan is in as well.
Oh, hi. How are you?
And today is just a wonderful day. I've had Rumblers ordering and Rumblers in store.
Yeah, we had Steve. What did he say was his handle?
I don't know, because I can't remember, because I'm horrible.
Yeah, he was in. He said he might pop in. All right, that should be the balance.
He did tell me that I mess up his name every time.
Yes.
I'm good at that. So if I do, please accept my dearest apologies. I am
sincerest,
horrible.
humblest.
I'm
most...
so sorry.
All right, so let's see if we can get these guys a little flat. That looks pretty good. It is very doughy.
I like it though.
Yeah, it is very doughy, but I think these are gonna be very nice breads.
It almost, when you leave it, looks like potato.
Yes, it almost looks like mashed potato.
When you're pressing on it, I can see it sticky.
You know what this reminds me of?
Weird.
Is scondo. Very much reminds me of scondo. It's very basic. The other one that I wanted to make had cheddar cheese, but it had cheddar cheese, but and buttermilk. So I would swap that for kefir. All right, there we go. Let's see how that comes out. I'm going to put this in the basin because I want to try and not run out of space.
Yeah. Yeah. This is my mic. It's my mic. This gentleman asked me what's this to everything nowadays. Everything is what's this, what's that. What did he say yesterday? Anton, he said something to us.
What, when I switched the light? Oh, he switched the light on.
I can't remember. Yeah. He said a word we didn't expect. And
he switched the light on, and I said thank you, and he said okay.
Yes, that's right. He said okay.
All right, I got to get in behind you, so you might want to step this side. Let me go in here.
Yeah, I'll stay away from the hot oven. Yeah. That's fine.
All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to give this
guy...
hotter
than me.
That oven is pretty toasty. Close, but I would give the oven the win, though, because it leaves blisters, you know, which is a problem.
Why are we spinning? Is it my Rumble that's being silly, or is it...
Rumble app's been insane. Being silly?
Oh, that's right. You guys were talking about it.
Are we on the AT&T?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you say names?
I'm sorry. Are we on the alternative to our main?
Yes.
Which should be the main, because the alternative is terrible.
Oh, right. Alternative.
Let me grab. I gotta grab. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me start with the meat. So I'm going to have to make a little bit of space here. So I don't want to get meat juice on everything. All right. Let me see. Okay, this can move. We're gonna put some apricots in there. This is going to be an interesting one. So I soaked the skewer sticks so they will be a little firmer.
You mean that firm again?
Yeah, they tend to break if you don't soak them. So I've got some pre-cut diced beef here.
All right, I'm going to hand over the young man.
All right, I've got some pre-cut diced beef. All right, let me move this bread knife out the way so it's not bugging me. I'll probably need that guy. So I got some pre-cut diced beef. Can I ask you a favor, Nicole?
Yes.
Oh, is he not going anywhere? All right, he's not going anywhere. Don't worry, I'm going to go get some paper.
We have a young sir here who is not interested in his siblings at the moment. I had a hand grab my shirt instead of letting me hand him over. I have to chuckle. What is this? So I don't know if you guys agree with me, Diva Dog Mom, you may. The feet are the best part of the kids. I don't know why. They're so stinking cute. There's something about young feet. Maybe it's because they're not dirty yet.
Yeah.
Although he runs around, they're cute.
All right, you got to keep the feet away from the meat.
I am. I'm holding them.
All right, so let's see how this works. I want to get one more skewer stick. Maybe one, two, get another few.
So guys, while Anton's running away, I'm going to talk about this lovely carmine tea here. We have some close by, which I think someone's going to be using momentarily.
Yes.
But if you guys haven't seen the Carmine brand on Biltong USA, check it out. I think you mentioned something about price.
Yeah, we're going to drop it today. I'm going to drop it to $2.99. The suppliers made us a real good deal. So we're going to drop it from, it already went from $4.99 to $3.49. It's going to go to $2.99.
Yes. We have, do you know how many different types it is? 7?
I think it's 7
I think it's 7 different types. They are all natural rooibos with other incredible ingredients added. This focus one here specifically has, oh, stop it, turmeric and masala chai spices. They are so flavorful, so good, and there's many different things that they can help your body with. I like the focus. It really does help your mind kind of hone in as needed. Don't chew the box. And the energetic is very good as well if you are needing that extra boost of energy without caffeine. And the Menno for my ladies. That is 100% ladies tea. Anything you need in that womanly area, Menno will help.
Facts.
Ah, Lo, you don't tell me that.
What's that?
I don't want to say it out loud.
What's that?
I think he liked everything about the small people. Okay, getting too close to small people. This is my small person. I can enjoy the feet for a minute, okay?
All right, there we go. So I just took 2, 4, 5. I took 5 slices of thick cut bacon just to start with. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use 2 sticks. All right. I'm going to put bacon first. All right. All right. Hello, boy. All right. And then I'm going to stick this through the meat. Hey.
Nope,
Hey, boy.
He can't go into his He's going to poke himself. All right, let me see if I can hand over this young gentleman. I'll be back.
All right. So we're going to do a bacon. We're going to do a beef. We're going to do a bacon. And you can, there's no right or wrong way to do this. This is whatever you want to do, as long as you get all of it in. Right. That's why I wear the gloves, because they're easy to discard. I should have opened this and had some out. All right. That's Scooby Snack. Scooby Snack, where you go? All right. One on the side. All right, so sanitize my hands, dry my hands. Sorry, I got some sweat running in the eye. That burns like fire. All right, so here we go. Sorry, I forgot. I never took the apricots out. So I had to take my gloves off.
Oh man, and if I were here, I could have helped.
Yes, but you have a young man.
So nice. So the apricots, did you tell them where they could also find these?
I've not said anything.
No, you didn't say anything? Also found on BillsOnUSA.com, apricots. They are phenomenal. There's no sugar added, too. They are simply dried apricots, nothing weird.
All right, and watch your fingers when you do this, because the stick from the skewer into the finger is unpleasant, to say the least.
The probe is sharp.
The probe, that probe talks English to you, man. All right.
Hey, we've got some others popping in. Marcus, I'm so sorry I didn't get to say hello and say your name out loud, but welcome.
All right, so what we're basically doing is we're doing a bacon, a beef, a bacon, and apricot, a bacon, a beef, a bacon, and apricot, a bacon, a beef, and this is what we're going to do till the stick's full. We're just going to pile them on there.
Okay. Now this is interesting. No veg.
This is veg.
No veg.
The beef eats the veg.
I know,
we
and then processes
beef.
the veg, and then we eat the beef. I know. Yeah. I know. I get it.
All right, there we go.
Clean your disgusting probe. You're on a roll today, Copium.
All right, and just for the record, the bacon is cured. All right, so we'll keep the small pieces one side. Sorry, this is actually leftover meat from my sausage.
You know they can't see you.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is leftover meat from my sausage. So I've got some smaller bits in there that we'll just toss out. It takes a minute, you know. You've got to. This is why, you know, people say, "Oh, why don't you make skewers in your store?" It's like, man, you have any idea how long it takes to make these things? You know. And then I've got to listen to people tell me how much better the ones they make are. You know, or bullshit like that. All right, so baconini.
Third Ralify, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in.
And Russ, hey,
Russ.
looky there, Finboy's popped his head into.
Hey, Finboy. All right.
Russ, greetings, milk drinkers.
Yes, milk drinkers indeed. So Copium said we need to do a shirt.
What did you say, Copium? We've become a meme?
Yeah.
Or Anton's become a meme? I'm memeless.
All right, this is looking good. Let me see if we'll get one more row on here. That's looking very pretty, man. I think so. Actually, beef. I don't know. No, I don't think. Maybe. Let me see. Pull it back a little. Yeah, we'll get another one on.
Come, get your meat.
Yeah. We'll make it fit, man.
Loyu says, hourly wage wouldn't cover production of skewers. You got it.
Dude, and you can't believe how upset people get. It's like, well, why don't you make skewers? It's like, dude, have you fucking made skewers? Have you seen how much work that is? You know, skewers, making skewers is not a joke, man. Especially not if you want to make them right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no, not you. You. All right. So, let me go show. This is number 1. All right, so there's skewer number 1. Right.
Do you want me to help you?
You can if you want. Skewer number 2. So we take 2 sticks at a time. And you know what you can do, Nicole? Get me one of those silver trays as well. And I'll put it in there.
Okay. I just need to wash my mitts.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't want to cover up what you're doing.
All right, no problem. You can go next door as well if you want. Yeah, I'll handle the chat. I can't read it, but I can talk. All right, so the sticks are pretty unstable until you got that first block of beef on there, you know. Once that hits, you're okay. So, and you know, this is the thing. So now you work out how much time it takes you to do this, and then you got to charge customers, and then you know you're like 17 or 18 bucks for a skewer, and they're like, why are you so expensive? You're like, dude, my people don't work for free, you know. When you make this shit at home and you stand there all day, you're like skewering stuff, you know, you don't charge the labor that you actually use to make it. So, you know, so because these things are very popular in South Africa, but you know, South Africa, like most third world countries, have reasonable labor rates. We are not in a third world country. We are in a first world country where everybody gets a pretty decent labor rate. You know, so unless I stand there and make them, and I'd rather make biltong, but I do like sharing the fun with you guys. Sorry, I'm sweating. I'm perspiring out of me head. All right, there we go.
Sorry for the constant ding-dongs. I think our children are the ding-dongs.
Oh, all right. You might want to throw some more. That one that's over there on the corner, it fell on the ground. So,
oh, okay. Yeah, 5-second rule. Children will like it.
Escape from the skewer.
You're saying before I dirty my hands in this
yeah, and you can stand
goodness.
next to me.
Oh, okay. You're going to let me in?
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. So, bacon first.
Yes.
Don't fall off the tray. All right. So,
sliding your meat down a pole. This is interesting.
How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So we got 3. Try and keep them the same. Yeah, it's like bacon after everything.
I know, bacon after. I will try to remember that bacon after everything.
Yeah, everything gets lots of bacon, man. Lots of bacon. The bacon fat will help moisten this up. Yep. Lubrication.
Don't try that at home, kids.
Yes.
Okay, do if you're doing it this way.
All right, so that's.
So this is some big meat.
Yeah, no, I messed up. I need a apricot. Yeah, and find nice pieces.
I am. I'm watching your trend on that.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the smaller ones.
Yes. Just don't want to make the gap too big.
No, and you can like scoot it down if need be. You know. Get a couple out, yeah. There we go. And I'll get more bacon.
I'm gonna try to avoid the ends there, if that's okay.
What, these ones?
You want me to use
those?
No,
use them.
Okay.
It's better, those. Those ones, you must use them all on mine.
Okay. I'm gonna call this the Kings.
Yes. I'll take the one. All that fat soaking into the beef. Woo-woo. That'd be good stuff, man.
That is something we hear all the time is, I like my lean meat for my carnivore diet. No!
No, you have it fatty, man. Gotta have it fatty. The fattier, the better.
For your brain, that is.
Yeah. All right. There we go. There we go. So 2, 4, 6.
Oh, and I wanted to mention before I ran away before, Jessup has tried the coffee. He says he likes it.
Yes, the coffee is very good,
yes.
Man. That coffee, if you guys like coffee, I know, Sarge, you got your guys. This is new. This is not something you're going to find anywhere, but yeah.
Yes. Exclusive.
Yeah, it's one of my customers, and he runs the farm himself. It's his farm, his coffee. He roasts it. It's very good.
I don't know if you can beat that.
No.
Literally farm to mug, no middle, just goodness.
Yeah, there we go. So it's 2.
So how many is it? 7?
Yeah, I got 2, 3. I want to try and make 4.
Okay.
And then that way.
I think we're missing a skewer.
No, I got 2 in here. Did you use 1? You used 2? Okay, I'm missing 1 skewer.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go get
right
1.
There.
Right?
There.
Oh.
Right,
right in front of me.
Right in front of you.
I keep patrolling way to the other side.
I know. I'm trying to help the man out here.
All right. So, let's see. All right, so that's 2. 1.
Oh, Finn boy. There is something wrong with you, sir.
3. Yes, there is. There's something wrong with most people in our
that statement's horrible.
4, 5,
I'm not saying that out loud. Pork belly skewers. There
6,
we go.
7. Maybe we'll make 5. 1, 2.
If that is our kids,
3, 4.
I'm gonna hurt them.
4.
Okay, I won't. I like them, but man.
5. 5. 6. 7. There we go. 7. And then how many do you still need?
1 more piece of
beef. All right, there we go. All right, so there we can make. Let me take this off. So we got 1, and so I need 3 more sticks. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Actually, I only need 3, but I got 4. So if 1 breaks, we got a spare.
Okay.
All right, so
there's that guy for you.
Thank you. All right, let's make the rest. And so this we're going to put in marinade, and then after the marinade, we're going to put it in a yogurt with lemon juice marinade, and then after that, tomorrow we do that overnight, and then tomorrow we're going to change it over to this marinade I'm going to make now. So let's see quickly. So 7, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. So let me get 2 more pieces of bacon.
So we've got a Rumble Rant from Copium. Says
okay.
T-shirt 1 got milk, and with got milk front, and then T-shirt 2 idea. Don't forget to clean your probe.
That sounds like a plan.
An all bacon skewer. We've really got to show them the cherries at some point.
Yeah, this should be enough. I'm going to pop this in the little tray just in the fridge.
Marcus, don't encourage him. Stop it. Stop it.
Right. And I'm going to make like a type of a bacon biltong next week. So that will be next on the list.
And Loyi does ask, won't the lemon cook it a bit?
So that's what the recipe says. The recipe says garlic, lemon, and yogurt. So I'm going to do Greek yogurt. And it's not a lot of lemon juice. It's about a quarter cup of lemon juice to, it's actually an 1/8 cup. So 30 grams, so like 2 tablespoons to a cup of yogurt. All right, so it should tenderize it and give it flavor. It shouldn't do much more than that.
I don't think this is enough. I forgot. No, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm being obnoxious.
A little crooked, but that's okay.
Doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. I'm not using my pile. Don't put my hand in the meat bag.
You have a pile of meat.
I know.
Okay, stop being greedy and going
Sorry,
to the
I have a
bag.
I have a whole bag of meat in front of me. I can't help myself. Oops.
There we go. There we go.
Yes, bacon biltong, Diva Dog Mom. Bacon biltong. Bing bong.
All right, don't worry, I dropped one more.
I heard, or I saw. Not.
Yeah, that one could go to the trash. It's got your raw bacon on it.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's cured, but I'm not taking a chance. If it ain't cooked, I'm not eating it.
Oh, no. Copium. Ouch. Okay. Rumble Rant. Fun fact, lemon juice is great for cleaning one's eyes.
Yeah, like peri peri.
Ouch.
So I'll make another skewer thing on a different stream. Those things with the bacon and the cherries. That's very nice. Also takes a lot of time, but they are very nice. 4. We might need 1 or 2 more apricots. I'm not sure.
Yes,
you know, because I dropped one because, you know.
No, you've dropped 2.
All right. Oh, you know what? I count for mine. I don't count for yours. The bacon. So I can go get the other pieces out. I thought so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now I can fetch the bacon. I put away. I should have just kept it out as I thought I should. So how many we need? How many you need? Just chop this. If I need to go get another piece, we'll do
fine. That. All those small people. In and out. In and out. In and out. So it's hot in Texas, as people should know. You know, it is summertime and all. And there's something spectacular about going in and out of a door. I don't know what it is. I think it's just fun.
Yes. Very annoying.
Very annoying.
That one skewer stuck right in my glove. That's
You awake now?
Hey, that's enough to wake you up. There we go.
This is my...
And again, see the...
Oh, I heard it. I heard it that time. I'm going to have to scoot mine down. Acting like you. Not leaving enough room.
Nope. There goes bits of my glove.
My stick is full. Oh, the ding dongs. I'm going to have to go talk to them again.
All right. Try and not get my finger.
Yeah, we're going to need some more.
Yeah. What do you need?
2.
2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, sorry, 3. Right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. I'm going to go talk to the short people who cannot help themselves. I'll be back.
All right, no problem. 7. First the bacon. Let me go get one more. I can pick this guy up. All right. Here we go, and that'll be the skewers done. I need a glove for the bacon so I don't stick my clean mitt in there. Fortunately, I have a huge box with 30 pounds of bacon. So bacon is not a shortage. I'm actually digging into my supply for next week's manufacture, but I'm sure I'm not going to miss a couple of pieces. All right, there we go. And there we go. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Okay, all of that we will use for stew. It's what you call your rooster when you buy chickens. The rooster's called stew because someday it will be one. All right. Okay, so that should be that. Okay, and now I'm going to toss this away, toss that in there. All right, let's get rid of all of that. Hold on 1 second. If you two move and bump the camera, there's going to be trouble. Okay? No, you keep dead quiet. You do not say a word, young man. Not a word, okay? All right, there's one for you and one for me.
Ooh.
I would have been for the kids, but, you know, they don't have ears. So I'll eat the apricots. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do this a little more unconventionally. We have an abundance.
I am needed for a customer. I'll be back.
Okay. I'm going to try and do this a little different. This should work. Yeah. So we have these vacuum pouches. So what I'm going to do is fold this guy over once, fold it over twice. This is for vacuum machines that do not require a perforation. Oh, that looks good. They do not require perforation. Would you believe that? It's done. Yep, that's done. All right. I'll pull that off now. All right. That's for so these bags are for what we call a chamber sealer, which is a sealer that does not require a perforation, so it doesn't actually suck the air out of the bag. It sucks the air out of the chamber, and the bag just sits in the chamber. All right. Let me do this.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, they actually came out.
Off the oven?
Yeah, you can switch it off.
Wow, do those look good?
Yeah, they came out very nice.
Did I miss you probing them?
You did indeed.
Oh
I want to put this thing down where it's not going to make an abundance of trouble.
Unlike you?
I am trouble. What can I say? All right. So, how about you go show the camera?
Okay.
Those guys.
Yes.
That looks really nice.
These do.
I mean, if you fiddle around a little more with stirring them, they probably come out a little bit more even.
Look at that. I like the rise. I'm very surprised by the amount of rise. Actually.
Agreed.
And I like that it's different. I like that it's lumpy. I like that it really has a unique look to it.
Bring me that little plastic bowl, the 6-pan. All right, let me put these over here. Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, and we got phones ringing.
Okay, no issue.
All right. Now we're going to do the yogurt. One times yogurt.
He's stealing my whole yogurt, I heard.
Lemon juice. 1 times garlic. All right. So the garlic is a teaspoon. All right. Oh, it's 10 grams. So it's 2 level teaspoons. 20 grams. What does it matter? I put 20 grams of garlic. It's a little more, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
Garlic never hurt anybody. It just keeps away the vampires and the mosquitoes, if I remember correctly.
While on your way, just get me another probe there,
sure.
Please. So, and then we're going to do.
Sorry, what probe?
Oh, not probe. Sorry, spatula. All right. And I'm going to halve this recipe. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. All right, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm only doing a cup.
Either of these, or do I have the wrong one?
No, this one is good.
Okay.
This one is good. No, it's to scrape out the.
I'm not being
the
told
yogurt
what
of Greek.
kind.
I'm sorry.
Full detail, please, sir, in your kitchen if you would like the right things.
Yeah, I know.
Elsa, bring you whatever I find.
All right. Yeah, right.
I'll find all the meat.
Have I got one of my stainless steel little pliers over there, or did the kids steal all of them?
Stainless steel pliers.
You know the long nose, the little pliers that's over there? Normally in my wash thing. All right, so 1 cup, 250 grams of yogurt of the Greek. Thank you very much.
Okay. Our kitchen very much feels like a workshop. I would say it's all tools.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. So I'm going to do a 1/4 cup or a cup of Greek yogurt. All right. So what I'm going to do, this is in the bag. So I'm going to mix this all up in the bag. And that way I don't have to worry about a bowl. All right. To take care of this stuff. So what I'm going to do, because we're going to vacuum seal this. Now, the recipe says put in a bowl overnight. So I'm going to do one better, and I'm going to vacuum seal it overnight. All right. But the vacuum sealer, all right, to make sure we're not going to pierce the plastic, I'm going to cut the tips off the sticks, all the little sharp tips.
We're removing the tips?
Tips off, man.
Ooh,
off like
tips off,
a Jewish foreskin.
Off it. Do you want some help? Do you want me to hold your bag?
Yeah, if you can hold the bag.
I'll hold your bag.
Yeah, you hold my bag, I'll put it in.
Put the meat in the bag?
I'll put the meat in the bag. All right, so there we go.
Squeeze the meat over.
Yeah. So I'm going to and I've got these little stainless steel long nose kind of pliers that I use in my kitchen. All right, and you can cut things with them and grab things with them. And all right, so 1, 2, and another phone. Just check. That's probably spam.
That's probably spam. It says number verified.
All
we
right.
shall see.
All right. Okay, grab it.
Bill from USA. Hello. They hung up on me.
Oh no. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of spam, so we've changed that phone to answer Biltong USA. Suddenly, people just hang up if it's nonsense.
It's interesting. We don't give them the name they want, so they go away. I like it. Hey, we had spam in shop today, and you could see them aggressively getting upset at us.
Yes.
That was interesting.
All right.
But I suppose we shouldn't talk about it. It's almost politics.
You go read chat. I'm
Yes.
going to go stick this
I'll
thing in the
catch
machine, and I'll bring it back and show you guys what it looks like.
Sorry, we've been MIA and lots and lots of ding-dongs today. Hey, Ike, welcome in. Glad to have you. It's not Pippi Longstockings. They're buns. They're buns. There's something different today. So what is everyone else making on Friday night delight? What are you all having today? I would like to know. Bacon is my favorite vegetable. Yes, yes, yes. No, Femboy, you made it. Oh, gosh.
Me.
You, sir, have a creative mind, shall I say. We did receive some other very interesting photos recently. AI-driven, of course. They were different. I didn't expect that.
Yes.
Quite an array.
All right.
I
So,
did like the meat in the background, though. I really liked the meat in the background.
yes, from Sensei.
Yes.
It was pretty good, yeah.
That was
All right,
pretty
this
cool.
thing's probably going to smoke a little bit
I see that.
because I got, let me just, sorry, I just want to get my range on because I've got to cook.
They were mentioning the bing bongs. The
All
amount
right.
of bing bongs on.
Okay, so let me see. Try and fold this paper. I'll try. This is going to be a very cool recipe, so I'm going to try and get this thing up on our blog when I get time. All right, so onion, And you're going to want to cut these at least in half rings, but as big as possible. Rings are good, but rings are hard to cut because the onion likes to roll around on you. So you can cut one side flat and then just ring it from there, I guess. All right, so
Lemon has joined us. Welcome in. Glad to have you. So
Lemon might like today's stream.
Yes, there was a clarifying question if that was yogurt and lemon juice.
Yes, yogurt and lemon juice. And some garlic.
Yes.
So it was 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 cup of yogurt. All right. If you want to run quick, you can go get it off the vacuum sealer.
Okay.
I've sealed them. And now, like I say, the recipe says keep it in a bowl. I'm going to vacuum seal them. You know, we try and vacuum seal everything here. So if truth be told, that will probably do better than actually just having them. I'm trying to keep this whole because the recipe calls for rings. So I want to try and follow the recipe as close as possible. All right.
We're squeezing the meat.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Those are dry, yes.
Yes, try and flip it upside down so it can run down.
I'll massage your meat for you.
Massage the meat.
Yes.
Expert meat massager. Yeah, it'll go. It should go down.
I'm just assisting.
Yep. All right. So we want to look at 2 large onions. All right, and I'm gonna see if I can cut these guys in rings as requested.
Thank you for the description, Copium. You have helped me with that answer to Miss Lemon. That is the best way to put it. You are correct. I sure do. And I do it so well. Can't you tell?
I don't like cutting rings like this because the onion is unbalanced. I should have probably cut the bottom part a little flat. Let's see where we at with this guy. Put that over there. Put this guy on here.
These tips are harder to cover than you would think.
Yeah.
No, they're like not covering.
All right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It'll probably flow in there eventually.
I am helping.
I should have just pulled them out and flipped them around.
I am assisting.
All right, let's see. So we're looking for approximately 500, so probably like 400 grams of onion.
Woo!
Yes. Yes, step aside.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gonna
angry.
That's gonna talk to you.
Getting my right eye. I haven't been around him while he cuts onions in a while, apparently.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Ring onions. That's 200. I'm dropping onion on the floor.
Today is a messy Friday. What can I say?
I just wanted to move it so it doesn't
nothing gets stuck under the feet.
Stick under the feet.
Yeah.
Because that, man, then it goes everywhere. All right.
That's one of the things about working in a commercial kitchen. It's funny because the rules are once you drop it, you can't touch it.
Yep.
And you have to be careful because if you walk on it, then it's everywhere.
Yep. So we're going to do 3 tablespoons of oil.
You may lose a couple of tins of bacon.
That's fine.
That's fine. Because I think that one's off.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll fix them up. So don't squeeze them. No,
I know. I'm not trying to, but I'm
it'll be fine.
I'm trying to wiggle a little bit.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Throw it in the fridge. Okay. Well, show them, and then show chat, and then put it in the fridge.
All right. Chat or stream.
Chat,
I
stream.
have failed.
Everyone
I'm trying to get the
other side of the camera.
As you can see. So suggestion is put the meat in and flip it. I tried to block you.
That's okay.
But the rest is covered very well in the yogurt goodness. Just that top part is.
Yeah, I mean, I could have probably put more marinade, but I'm trying to follow the recipe exactly. And it's per weight of the meat. So, you know, the recipe's for 2 kilos. I got about 1 kilo there. At 1.5 kilos, I got about half left. All right, so
No, Finboy, no 5-minute rule, unfortunately.
No 5-minute rule in a commercial kitchen, man.
Nope. Now what you do is you kick it to the side, and then when you go back to clean up your mess, you save it for the kids. And it's normally like an hour later. They don't care.
Yeah, and they're never sick, funny enough.
Interesting, isn't it?
No.
Lemon, that's horrible. I was about to complain again. Now it's both eyes, but I'm not going to ask for a necklace. Thank you. I'm good.
What, a pearl necklace?
A pearl necklace.
We can sort that out later. There we go. All right.
Oh, let's see. I'm sure I'm red now. Thank you, guys.
280. We want 480. There we go. That's good enough. So we've got a little bit of spares. All right. Okie dokie. So that's going to cook. And then what we're going to do is we're going to combine some more. Oh, just take the whole board. I don't know if I should keep that. I'm just going to.
You want to toss it all? Yeah, all right. I'll get out of your way.
No, don't worry. I can just reach over here. There we go. What you can do, however, is you can clean my cutting board for me. All right, let's see quickly.
I thought you were going to say probe.
No, probe comes later.
Okay.
Probe comes later. I've got to clean that twice for Jody, though.
You did promise.
I did indeed. All right, so the recipe has got a lot of stuff in it, so I've got to focus on this. So we've got the onions cooking nicely, and you know what? This is just perfect.
Is that what you needed?
Yeah.
See, I knew it. That's why I kept it.
That is just perfect for getting these guys. So we want these guys translucent, but not brown. Now, a pan would have probably been better than the saucepan, or a bigger pot, I guess. Small rondo would have been great, but then I've got to wash it. All right, so we got the onions. So we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of curry powder.
Femboy's here to harass you. He asked if you just scraped your board with blade side.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Oh, what do you call it? Heresy, blasphemy. String him up by the neck.
Hey, salty mugger, glad to have you in.
Mugger, flugger.
I'm not gonna say everything. Stop it.
I got kids sitting right there. So 12 grams. That's gonna be about 3 teaspoons. So 12 grams.
Loyu says commercial kitchen floors are questionable. I would agree. Besides mine.
Yeah, we wash our floors often, and they are kept
very
clean.
Picky.
In fact, even our we got a thing called a grease trap where all the greases go in from the, and even that, man, is always very clean.
So we actually got a compliment from the fire department a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said his feet doesn't get stuck to our floors.
They were shocked their feet were not stuck.
Right, we're going to do, say, 3 to 4 curry teaspoons, 1 to 2 turmeric, about 6 grams. Now, I know there's probably some bright spark in chat that's going to say, well, curry powder is about 70% turmeric. I know. I'm following the recipe. So put that aside for me. All right, so I've got turmeric, curry powder, turmeric, a little piece of onion, ginger.
Sorry, there was a question from Diva Dog Mom. I'm
sure
it was
teaspoon.
A rumble jump. What are the onions for?
It's just for the marinade. That's part of the marinade. I've got some whole ground coriander. So we roast and then grind our own coriander, which is what I'm going to use. So coriander. Where's the coriander? Coriander. About 2 teaspoons. So I'm doing probably 3 teaspoons. 4 grams. Coriander. All right, so I'll put that down there because we use that, and I'm going to do 3 cloves, 3 whole cloves. Oh, it's a little sealed.
Lord Deccan was almost your turmeric curry guy.
Yes, I know.
Almost.
I know. But that's what the recipe calls for. So I don't, you know, what I normally do is, so I've not researched this recipe. I found it. It looked interesting. I'm cooking it as per the instructions. And once I taste it, I will make my own modifications to it. Maybe just a bunch of curry powder more, no turmeric would be fine. But I'm following what they say first, because then I have a baseline to operate off. All right, so these recipes, you kind of, when you cook, and you'll see Sunday when we cook the skewers, they're going to have the onions kind of on them. It's very nice. All right, so let's cook that down. All right, so we got the ginger. So let's start again. We got about 400 grams of onions. We got 3 tablespoons of oil. So 400 grams of onions, about 2 kind of medium to large onions, I guess. 3 tablespoons of oil, which is about 45 grams. We got about 4 tablespoons of, 4 teaspoons of curry, which is about 12.5 grams, 13 grams. 2 teaspoons of turmeric, which is about 6 grams. We got 1 teaspoon of ginger, which is 3 grams. We got about 2 to 3 teaspoons of coriander, 4 grams. Okay, now they asked for 1 to 2 bay leaves, crushed up. So I've got some bay leaves here I'm going to crush up. You can use either bay leaves, or the other thing they call for is, I guess, punctured. It's basically bruised lemon leaves. Bruised lemon leaves. So you can take lemon leaves and you just bruise them. And that should work. All right, we got 3 cloves in there. Salt, I'm going to use the coarse salt because I don't have to grind it, because we're going to cook with it. Salt, I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of salt. All right. And then, you know my vinegar mix?
Yeah.
Don't you want to go fetch my jug?
I do have a Rumble Ranch when you are able, so I'll come back. But I want you to finish this first.
So they call for 1 teaspoon. I think 2 teaspoons better. All right. And then that's the lot. So these guys are almost soft but not brown. And I'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to cook them a little longer. All right. So that's what it looks like.
Now that is an onion smell I can stand.
Yeah. So I'm going to cook it just a little longer, so it's real soft.
They almost smell sweet.
Yes. You want it soft but not browned. So you want to kind of saute them, but you don't want to brown them. All right, and then I'm going to put the spices, stir them through. And this is, so the recipe calls for brown vinegar. It's something we sell. I'm not going to open a brown vinegar just for this. I got a mix I use. This is my biltong vinegar mix. It's a special secret in-house blend. I'm just going to use that. It should be fine. Biltong.
Speaking of biltong, remember that website I told you guys about, biltongusa.com? Make sure to use code S.T.F. 10 for 10% off on those biltong purchases. But get your dried fruits, your teas, your coffee, if you are a coffee drinker.
The coffee is awesome, man.
Yes, coffee's really good. And we've got some candies as well. So Copium added a Rumble rant stating, feet getting stuck can be from cleaning chemical buildup, not necessarily dirtiness.
Yes, but what gets stuck in the cleaning chemical buildup?
Yes.
All right, so let me show you guys this before we start adding all the other juice. So that's what that looks like now with all the spices that I just combined in it. All right, so that looks real nice. All right.
It is yellow.
Woo, that smells so good. Smell.
Oh, I can smell it. It very much reminds me of masala.
Yes, it's very close to a masala.
It looks like a masala.
In fact, I think that I could substitute most of this just for my masala. But that's why I first want to make this and see what it's about. All right, let me put this guy here. Let me just put this guy on the side here. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. And Slidey Pie has joined in. Hello, hello.
Hi, Slidey Pie. All right, so let me see. So we want a salt I got, apricot jam. So we want a ½ cup of vinegar. And then this is going to go in tomorrow morning. All right, and then the skewers will go into this tomorrow morning. So pretty much you could just add this to the mix that's already in, and then just leave it. They say 3 to 5 days. Now I'm vacuum sealed, so I'm not leaving it that long. I'm going to leave it like a day and a half because I'll do it tomorrow morning, and then you guys will get it on the fire. You will see what it looks like.
You're going to take it out of its sleeve.
I'm going to take it out of its sleeve.
Take the meat out of the sleeve, guys. You hear that? So Loyu says, get SAS shoes. No slide, expensive, but worth it. You know, we are, aren't they hiking boots?
Yeah, it's like a hiking trail sneaker.
Yes, we are the sturdy boots. Now I chuckle because we wear through them as much as we walk. It's eerie how fast or how long the shoes do not last.
Right, about a half a cup of chutney, which is like a savory jam. All right. Would you mind just getting the lemon juice out there for me again, please?
I need to give the refrigerator just a second.
Yeah.
The suction is strong in this one.
Yes, it is.
There we go.
All right. We don't have one of these jams open in the fridge, do we? No.
I don't think so. No.
All right.
I actually don't think the kids have had it before. They're going to enjoy that.
Yeah, they can have it with their bread tonight.
Yes.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yes. Do you want it?
Yeah.
I can go play dumpster dive.
We can do that in a minute.
Okay.
Don't stress. There's not much more that's going to go in there. We're probably going to have to wipe it down. And then a quarter cup of apricot jam. I've got an apricot and mango. I guess we're going to find out if that does it better. 160 is actually, yeah, it's a quarter cup. Yeah, a quarter cup. So on grams, that'll be 83 grams. So I'll probably do 85. All right. Got to press on my scale, otherwise it dies on me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 29. There we go. All right, we can just put that on the side there for now.
And welcome in, Jacob. Glad to have you.
Hey, Jacob. We are having fun cooking a marinade. So, apricot jam, brown vinegar, chutney, and then the secret ingredient. We're going to use a half cup of red tea, which you can get. That's why we got the Focus tea. I'm using the Focus specifically because it's got similar ingredients. I'm
going to go bring this closer so you guys can see the incredibleness of Carmine Focus tea. This is, of course, rooibos with masala chai spices and turmeric.
All right, so we use a half cup of tea. All right, there we go. All right, and then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice.
So Loyu expands a little bit on the shoes. They are made for food service. I will say I've come from nursing background and I've worn even nursing style shoes, which are very similar to food service because it's that hardware. The ones that you're in 24/7. The ones we currently have are the best and most durable that I've seen, but we'll certainly check them out. So
yeah, we will definitely check them out. Thank
feedback.
You. All right, so now we're going to cook this marinade just for a few minutes so everything can dissolve and combine. And I will show you guys what that looks like. I would probably pour it in a bag and just close it up. I won't seal it, but close it up and it can wait for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, pour it in a bag so you guys can see what it looks like. It's like a yellowish kind of marinade.
Like a masala looking.
Yeah, it's very popular in South Africa, this kind of marinade. And everybody, of course, you know, has their own little variant of it. All right, there we go. So, to recap, we made some corn-style bread, I guess. I don't want to say it's cornbread. It's not really cornbread. It's bread with corn in it, I guess. And that was, let me read the recipe for that, because I also spilled water, so we were a few minutes late because I messed water on everything, including my recipes. So we had
throwing meat around, throwing water around,
water, meat, splashing, you know, all the good bits, I guess. So we had 4 cups of flour and 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Cups of flour to baking powder is normally 1 to 1 cup per teaspoon. I use a little more, so I use 6. I use about 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder per cup. My cups weigh 130 grams. That gives you 520 grams of flour and 60 grams of baking powder. 10 grams salt. so 2 teaspoons, 10 grams of salt. I had 1 can of cream style sweet corn, and then I had 2 eggs, 2 extra large eggs, 120 grams if you want the grams. I had a 1/4 cup of milk. I would probably change that for cream. I want to see what it's like, but I like to use cream instead of milk because it makes it a little bit more moist. While I do that, I'm going to clean the tip of my probe while I'm talking because I owe Jody 2. So I'll clean this probe and then I'll clean, that is going to have to happen after the show because I don't want amateurs on camera cleaning probes. So,
touche.
What's the name? And then, so I would probably change the milk for cream because I think it's just a little bit. You could also, I mean, yeah, maybe kefir, yeah, maybe. And then we have a tablespoon and a teaspoon, 20 grams of.
These are them.
Oil, yeah, of cooking oil. I use extra virgin olive oil. You could probably put tallow in there if you want. I would probably do it with tallow or coconut shortening instead of the oil next time, and I'd use cream instead of the milk, and that'll really give them some fat. I'll try it with kefir. Might work well with kefir. I like putting kefir in stuff. It really gives it a nice flavor. There's
something special about fermented foods.
Yeah.
We have learned this from biltong specifically, but anything you can sneak the good bacteria in your foods, go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna one-up Jody and do 3 probes. All right.
Cleaning everything.
Cleaning all the probes. All right, here we go. All of them cleaned.
There's a question from Marcus. He asked, do we have any plain rooibos tea?
Yes.
We do currently. We're a little limited on stock on that guy, but we have a ton of the functional teas by Carmine.
Yeah, we always stock normal rooibos, but we've been having a hard time getting stock from South Africa. Mm-hmm. So hopefully soon that problem will also be resolved.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to get the same size bag. All right. And I'm going to take this. I don't want to. We'll pour it in here while it's hot.
And Neuro has graced us, with his presence. So happy to have you in.
How are you, man?
Oh, Diva Dog Mom asked, what about buttermilk? Would you ever use that instead of milk or cream?
So I prefer kefir instead of buttermilk, but yes, I would use buttermilk or cream, rather than milk. Even half and half, I'm not a big fan. I'd rather use just whole cream, like whipping cream, heavy cream, whatever you guys call it. We just call it cream. I don't know.
Buttermilk.
Yes, buttermilk. Kefir milk. Going to have a whole dialect, yeah.
Copium has a Rumble Rant stating, how do you know if olive oil is authentic? I heard most brands actually mix other oils in, but don't list it on package.
Yes, that is true. So we buy one from one of the big brand places. We hope for the best. We don't use it a lot. That's why I rather use the tallow I make or the shortening that I've bought and investigated, which is why I tell you, rather put tallow in. I think it's better if you bake bread, put tallow that you made in the bread or tallow that you bought, that's actual tallow, than oil. All right, vegetarians, sorry. Vegans, sorry. Don't eat my bread then.
No, I will say there's quite a trend of people becoming a little bit healthier with ingredients.
Yes.
So even here in our lovely dear state of Texas, there is a new rule coming out where you must put, what is the terminology that I told you? Not suitable for human consumption.
Yes.
If there are 40 different ingredients?
Yeah, something like 40 different ingredients. Yeah. So that's what we're ending up with. If you guys can see that, I think you can see that.
So that's a start, is all I'm saying.
All right, so that's the marinade. That's all done. That's going to be good.
Nero, I agree with your comment. He says, biltong is a superfood that is key to a long and healthy life. Some say it's the real fountain of youth.
You know what, man? I think there's a lot to be said. I mean, I'm like 80, and look at me. Huh?
Okay. Remember, I just had a kid, so I can't really lie about my age that much.
Yes,
women
but I can.
Women max out eventually.
All right. I wonder. I hope this is not too hot. I think it'll be okay. Those bags can take pretty good heat. Yeah, you eat. All right. So let me see. Let me put this guy in there. I want to show them in the bag what it looks like.
And Loyu, you are correct. The labels are government mandated, to be honest. That does not mean that all companies do that.
Yes, or that they actually tell you exactly what's in there. So a lot of, you know, natural flavorings,
They'll
natural
different things. Yeah.
And you know, if you like, I can actually say that there's no added sugar in this. You know that this marinade contains no added sugar because I didn't put sugar in there.
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't mean the ingredients that were in there didn't have sugar.
Yes.
Marketing. Right. Let's see if the bag is going to spring a leak. I don't think so.
Most of our bags don't. They're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
And they are BPA free, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, BPA free, formal.
Stronghold.
Strong. So, whew, it's hot.
It's probably toasty.
So, there we go. That's your marinade, man. So, them Sosaties, we'll go into that tomorrow. I want to put this in the fridge and let it cool. And we will revisit that guy tomorrow. What we might do is when we change them over tomorrow morning, I'll probably pop over because I don't want to make a video and fucking upload it, and that's too much. I just go live. So we might do a small 10-minute cut open, put in the marinade.
Wait, are you going to cut the bag?
Cut the bag, take out the meat, put it in a new bag. Yep.
Okay.
And seal it up.
Seal it up. Okay.
And then Sunday we're gonna cook it on the fire. We see how it comes out. Yeah. All right. Anything else I can cook?
Tired?
Fuck.
Later.
Yes. Move your hand, please.
Have some time.
Oh man. All right. That was good. It's just it's a little harder, you know, when you make things and you by yourself, you know, you can think and, you know, do whatever you want, but, you know, when you guys are watching me, I've got to be extra careful and I can't be making trouble, so it makes it slightly a little bit more difficult, but it's okay. I am a professional. I know what I do. So let's see what these guys look like. Yeah.
Let me move your big spices.
All right, I'm going to cut this guy right down the middle. All right, that looks good.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What would you like?
No, I'm just checking the time. I gotta go make a fire.
I know.
I gotta go make the fire.
We do have to feed those young people too.
Yep. I wanted to make the fire beforehand, but this damn recipe is so complicated. I was running all over to make sure I got all my ducks in a row.
I think the young people will certainly like this.
Yes, I think so. This is one of the better breads.
Looks nice. Yeah.
This is one of the better breads that I've baked lately.
The texture is really, really nice. It's cloud-like.
Yes.
But with a nice shell.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like it.
That is nice, man.
And it's smooth. I don't see any clumping or anything weird.
So I said it very much reminded me of scondo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right up that alley.
So it's almost like a scone. Like I think.
Jacob, don't put that on us. It's not family-friendly show.
I think this. With some Q4 buttermilk, Diva.
I like the buttermilk idea, yeah. Diva. Definitely.
That would definitely work. And I mean, you saw how easy this was. That was like 5 minutes done, man. That's why, I just, people should cook at home. People should cook at home. It will do your health much better. Much better.
The marinades can be a little tricky because it's a multi-step process.
Yeah, but I'll see, man, if I can get time to put these things online.
Yeah.
Look how the butter's melting.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. All right. I think we're going to call it.
Wait.
Oh, you want to go show them? Right. Go show them.
It's beautimous. Look at that, everybody. Look at the corn pieces inside, if y'all can see that as well. And melted butter, as Anton mentions. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I think my kids are going to, yes, they're going to dig this.
I'm going to go make a fire. I got some sausage and some steak I've got to cook. So I can add something to the bread, and I can eat something. And we're gonna hit these beef Sosaties on Sunday. Perfect. With some lamb chops and some sausage.
It's never a day. It's never a bad day when the sausage comes out.
Yes, it's only a party when the sausage comes out. See you guys on Sunday. Remember, like, subscribe, follow. If you like what we do, buy some biltong, biltongusa.com.
Code
if you want to support us, code S.T.F.